Okay, so I've been asked a few times, can I do a beginner's video on how to use Gimp? So that's exactly what I'm going to be showing you how to do in this video. So as you can see at the moment on my screen, I've got Gimp open and there's currently nothing on my screen, apart from the Gimp program, obviously. So the first thing that we want to do is create a blank canvas. And you can do this easily by clicking in the top left hand corner on File and then going to New. So if you click on this template option here, you've got a massive list of different options you can choose from. You've even got toilet paper. So I'm actually going to go ahead and select A4 for a second, but you can actually change the width and height as well to something else. And you can obviously change here as well what sort of position you want, if you want it landscape or not. You can then click on advanced options, and this is now going to bring up a load more information or options that you can choose from. So for now in this video, let's keep this as standard and click on OK. So you can now see that we've got a nice little white blank canvas here to work on. So if you hold down Control on your keyboard and then you use the mouse wheel on your mouse, obviously, if you scroll up, you can zoom in. If you scroll down, you can zoom out. So that's how you can zoom in and out on Gimp. So on the left hand side here, we've got loads of different tools that you can choose from. So you can see here in the top left hand corner, we got the move tool. You then got the rectangle select tool. We got a lasso tool there, which is free select. And then you've got like this magic wand. So basically what this is going to do is select, if you click on a certain bit of an image, it will then select all the same sort of like color and stuff like that. So you can then delete the parts of the image. So here you've then got the crop tool, and you've then got the transform tool, you've got the warp transform, you've got your text tool. So you can see there is basically quite a lot of different options. So I'm not actually going to read them all, but that's where your tools are at. So below here you can see, because I've got my text tool selected, we got different options for the text tool. So we can change the font, we can change the size and things like that. So if I was to select, let's say the paintbrush, I've then got loads of different options for the paintbrush. So we can change the mode from normal to dissolve, behind, color arrays. We can then even change the size of the brush. So at the moment it's on 51 and you can see there it's quite small. If I then drag this up to say 472 and I now click, you can see it's a lot bigger. So if you do want to draw on the blank canvas, as you can see there, I selected the paintbrush tool and I've then held down the left click, my primary click button on my mouse to then draw on the blank canvas. If I was to press the right hand side click, you can see that it just brings up a Gimp menu for the image, a context menu. So if we now go to the text tool, I'm going to select this and I'm now going to click on the blank canvas. I'm then going to hold down Control and zoom in. I'm now going to type computersluggish.com. So I've got a nice bit of text there. If I want to then change this text, I can do that here. So I can simply double click onto it to select it and then press up to change the size. And I can then change what font I want to use. So you can see that I've got sans. If I was to type in say Arial, you can see it's now bringing up a list of all the other options. I can then also change it to bold as well if I want, and italic. Also on the right hand side, so now that I've actually created a bit of text, I've got layers. So over here you can see you've got background and then you've got computersluggish.com. If I was to click onto this eye icon, this is going to hide that layer. If I then click onto this icon again, it's going to show the layer. So layers are really handy when it comes to Gimp. You're going to use layers a lot. So for example, I've got background, computer sluggish. If I then click onto this icon, not this icon, sorry. If I click onto this icon down here, I can create a new layer. I can then choose a name for this layer. So I'm just going to leave it as layer and click on OK. So now that I've got this layer selected, you can see that it's selected because it's highlighted. I can then go onto the left hand side here and I'm going to select my paintbrush tool again. And this time I'm going to actually draw a bit of paintbrush down here. So let's go like that. That's now on that layer. So before I actually painted on the background layer, and this time I've painted on this layer. So if I was to hide this, you can see that all that paintbrush at the top is still there because it's on a separate layer. If I then hide the background, you can see that all that's left is computersluggish.com. So you can see that layers are very handy. Along the top as well, we've got loads of other options. So you've got File. This is where you can create a new canvas. You can also open up your saved file. You can click on Save As to save your GIMP template or whatever you want to call this, your image. If you want to actually save a copy of your image, let's say as a JPEG or a PNG or something like that, then you would select the Export As option. And you then need to click on this option here that says Select File Type by extension. So you can see here there's a massive list of different extensions. So at the moment it's got .png as default, but I could select here GIF and you can see it's changed the extension. And I could then click on Export and save that image. In fact, I'm just going to do that quickly so you can see that. So I'm going to export this as, let's go on to PNG again, or actually we got JPEG there. So let's go Export. And then you can choose the quality. So if you were to say be doing an image for a website or something like that, then you might want to reduce the quality slightly just so your page or your website loads faster. But I'm actually going to do this at the full whack on 100, and I'm then going to leave all the default values selected and go Export. So if I now open up my File Explorer and go to Documents, you can see here I've got Untitled. If I open this up and click on OK, you can now see my image is there, and that's saved as a .jpeg. If I close this down, so that's how you can export an image once you have made some changes to a picture or something within GIMP. If I close all of this down and then click on File and go to Save As, this is now going to save this as a GIMP document, so I can open it back up with all the layers and then make changes. So again, I'm just going to call this Untitled and go Save. If I go back to my documents and close down GIMP for a second, you can see here I've got Untitled and it actually says Type GIMP. So if I double click onto this, it's now launching up GIMP, and straight away there on the right hand side you can now see that I've got all the layers and everything's there as it should be. So I hope this video has helped you out and given you a little bit of basics on how you can get started using GIMP. If you did enjoy this video and you do want to see more GIMP basic tutorials or videos like this, then click on that subscribe button below, because I will do a few more videos to help you get started in GIMP. And if you really are interested and would like me to, I could do slightly more advanced videos as well. So like I said, click the like button below if the video helped you, and subscribe if you want to see more GIMP videos.